This is my very good friend, Randall Phillips. If you can come forward, please. Randall got his blue belt in what year?
1984.
1984. Was it from Hazen?
Hailson.
Hailson. Okay.
Hailson.
There's so many, whatever. Hailson Gracie in Brazil. Grew up in Brazil. Long story. Anyway, moved to the U.S. Got really into judo because at the time there was no jiu-jitsu around. Got really into judo. Did that for how many years?
15 maybe.
Yeah, long time. Then, of course, jiu-jitsu exploded in the U.S. again, and here we are. He visited many, many years ago. He had a business where he traveled around the country quite a bit. He's got his own school down in
Auburn, Alabama.
Yeah, sorry. And anyway, stopped in and we just hit it off really well. Made really good friends with him and his family, and we're just thrilled. Every time he's in town, I always try to pick his brain as much as possible, and just have a lot of fun on the mat. So he's going to share with us some of his expertise from the standing position. What are you teaching?
I was going to teach knee drop Seoi Nage, left-handed knee drop Seoi Nage,
Perfect.
and then I don't know if we have time, we'll do Yoko Tomo Nage.
Awesome. All right, well, I'm going to have you throw somebody else, so pick a partner.
How many folks have done judo? All right. But everybody knows how to break fall, right? So, all right, so I'm going to show you what I like to do. It's a little bit difficult. Don't think you're going to master it today. If you get thrown by your partner, tuck your chin, because the ground's going to come fast, all right? And I will tell you this, for tournaments for jiu-jitsu, half the time when I do this throw, I get in trouble and I get my back taken, all right? And the other half, I throw. So don't think that this throw will succeed for you in jiu-jitsu tournaments. One of the reasons it doesn't succeed is your timing is off, you're too slow, and as I get older, I'm going to be 49 in January, I get slow and I get my back taken, all right? But it's still a valid throw. Can I borrow you, please, sir? All right. Yeah. Purple belt.
He's right here.
I'm Randall, by the way. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Does everybody know how to do knee drop Seoi Nage? You guys, okay? Knee drop Seoi Nage. Okay. Let's do this. Let's review knee drop Seoi Nage, and then we'll do left-handed knee drop Seoi Nage. So I'm gonna grab his lapel. Since it's jiu-jitsu, I can grab on this side. If it was judo, I only have 3 seconds to grab on this side. Judo, I'd be here. Jiu-jitsu, I'd be here. All right. So I'm gonna grab with my 3 fingers on the collar and my 3 strong fingers right on the other side of the elbow. So I'm gonna wait for him to either have a wide base, or I'm gonna make him have a wide base. Sometimes it's easier to make him have a wide base by just making him step forward. All right. So as he steps forward, I'm gonna off balance him here, looking at my watch. So I always look at my watch. So this is called knee drop morote Seoi Nage. So my forearm is going to go underneath his shoulder, almost like I'm trying to dislocate his shoulder. I'm going to step in between his center of gravity. So if I can step, the deeper I can step behind him, the better off I am. So between his feet is ideally where I want to go. After I make him take a step, off balance. Look at my watch. Throughout the whole throw, I'm going to look at my watch. I'm going to step underneath him. And throw. You all right, brother? You're good. All right. He doesn't know how to break fall. You okay? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So I'm gonna grab.
Just can't go slow.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna grab lapel and I'm gonna grab right behind the elbow. I'm gonna make him take a step forward. Right. And I'm gonna pull up and look at my watch throughout the whole throw. I'm gonna be looking at my watch. This is not the one that you get in trouble having your back taken most of the time because I got the sleeve. But the next one is the one that you kind of sometimes get in trouble. I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna have my weight not on my heel but on my tiptoes. I'm going to be bending my knees. I'm going to drive my forearm underneath his armpit. Strong. Always looking at my watch. I'm going to try to get my center of gravity below his center of gravity. So I'm not going to throw you this time, so stay firm. So I'm going to be here. All right? And I'm going to have live toes as I bend. I'm going to curl, and I'm going to stick. I'm going to come up. See how his tiptoes are up? If need be, I'm going to put this foot on the ground and then throw. Yes, sir.
You changing the grip on your right hand when you were down.
Here.
There was a point there it looked like you would have turned your wrist all the way around.
And I went here.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to dislocate his shoulder by driving my forearm underneath his shoulder.
Okay.
as I pull and look at my watch. Sometimes this hand will get stuck on my shoulder, so I'm gonna lower my base and roll it. You know how people stiff arm you and they don't let you get in? So now I'm gonna step underneath the center of gravity here. The ground comes fast, so slow. Start off slow. Start off slow. Anybody see it again? You gotta make him take a step forward. So after I secure my grip, I gotta make him take a step forward. As I step in, the deeper you step in, the better. Keep your posture. Pull, drive, here. Make sense? Any questions? If you're being thrown, obviously don't post. All right, everybody knows not to post. And tuck your chin in. Otherwise your forehead will meet the mat and it'll hurt. Let's do that and see how it goes. And then we'll do left side of knee drop Seoi Nage. All right, are we ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So I'm here. So I'm gonna push once and pull. And if his head goes like a whiplash motion, then I'm good to go. And then on the second one, that's when I jump in. You all right?
You're good.
Does that make sense? So tuck your chin in. 1 push, pull. 1 push, pull. At the end of that pull, you throw. Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm ready.
If you get this throw in jiu-jitsu, you have his sleeve and his lapel, so the likelihood that he's going to take your back is minimized. You know, you still could. Now, this other one is my personal favorite one, but I'm going to tell you again, you get your back taken about 50% of the time. Now, if you're young and you're fast and you got your timing right, maybe it goes up to like 90%. But at my age, I'm getting a little slow with this. Unless the guy doesn't know I'm trying this, then my success goes up. But as you get older, things get a little bit slower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab his opposite lapel. All right. So last time I had here, this time I have here. If he has my lapel, I got to get rid of it. So I go here, get rid of it. After I get rid of it, I hold it. All I need is a split second, and I grab his lapel. If he doesn't have my lapel, then that's even great. I go ahead and grab either the sleeve or grab the wrist, and I'm going to drive it between his legs. All right, let me square up with him. Let's step in. That's perfect, right there. I'm going to drive it between his legs. Nobody likes to have something done to them. So his natural instinct is to pull up, and he pulls up, posture up. Yes, when he postures up, that's when I take action. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step here. All right, I'm going to stay with my knees bent and on the tip of my toes. And I know this looks weird, but it's right. So as I cross and take a step, I'm going to start to pull and look at my watch. And as that happens, I'm going to use a little bit of centrifugal force with this leg. Throw. So I'm going to grab the lapel here. If he has my lapel, I got to get rid of it. Secure it, grab lapel. Don't pull on it too much. I'm going to drive it between his legs. He doesn't like that, so he postures up. That's my cue to throw. When he postures up, I go. I cross step. I cross step. And I use this leg as a whiplash. I'm going to do it slowly. To come around onto my knees. Pull it. And throw it. All right. Does that make sense? It's hard. It's hard because of this cross step and using this leg to create centrifugal force to come around and throw them. Can I throw you a little bit harder? All right. So if I grab lapel, don't pull yet because he'll get suspicious. I secure the wrist and drive it between his legs. I cross step. I know that looks weird, but it's correct. I cross step and use centrifugal force. Does that make sense? Yes, sir.
So as you're coming around, as you brought that, as you stepped across and you're bringing this one up, you're just bringing it down to turn.
Yes.
Up and away, you're dropping.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all you're doing. Make sure you don't do this, guys. As I secure this and I step, make sure I don't off balance myself. I'm gonna get thrown right here. So as I step, I'm bending. And this leg's coming around to my knees, pulling. And so now instead of my hand being here, it's just regular ippon Seoi Nage, which most of you have done already. And then I'm driving it to the ground. Anybody need to see it again? One more time. So, grab the wrist. I can't initiate the throw if he's got my lapel. Every time I go to step in, he stops me. So I got to get rid of this, either down or up. Grab, secure, shove between his legs. He doesn't like that. He pulls up. When his head goes up, that's when I'm stepping and throwing. I'm going here, here. Make sense? Let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.